Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Shuttle and Hero here on Wind and Cloud. I'll show you the map in a second. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the red Protoss player, Shuttle. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the purple Zerg player, Hero, who is insanely good and terrifying at playing Zerg, man. These two guys have had some epic matches on my channel, but not one on Wind and Cloud before today. This is an interesting map. It's a 4-player map, obviously, because this is a spawning location as well as this. It was commissioned by Sonic for use in the Sonic TV BJ Star Leagues and was designed by the designer Rose of Dream. So yeah, very, very interesting design here. Little paths leading to expansions and high ground so you can actually harass the expansions. Look at this. If you lose control of this, then bam, your natural is in trouble. And man, these are low ground expansions, you guys. Low ground expansions everywhere. If you want a high ground expansion, basically go to the spawning locations and you will be happy. Let's see here. The map provides features that favor each race in a unique way. 10 mineral patches in the main. Benefit Protoss players. Natural expansions surrounded by thin walls enable better Mutalisk Karask by Zerg players, and the multitude of high ground locations benefit Terran players in battle. So that's what it says about it on the map on Liquipedia. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how this works out for us. Again, weird map. It's not something you see a lot of, obviously. Wasn't, you know, around, wasn't used in many things. Usually there are like great games played on this map. If you look up a map on Liquipedia, this one, no, there's nothing on that list at all. So gonna go for the hatch first play on this 4-player map without having scouted first. A bit of a gutsy play out of Hero, but it should be just fine, as it looks like a very standard forge fast expand attempt out of Shuttle here. Sees the timing on the hatchery, recognizes that was a hatch first, sees no gas, and then sees the pool coming in here too. Drone gonna check, yep, sees the forge on the fast expand play. There's not a nexus yet, and Zerg, that's cool, excellent job. Now the question is, where's your third base for a Zerg player on this map? Do you want to take one of these side bases, which are, again, low ground and easily kind of harassable by tanks and stuff, but no tanks in this because it's a ZVP? Or do you want to just go all the way up to the top left and take that as your third? It looks like that's what he wants to do. This drone is in prime third base taken position here. Gas is on the way, but has enough resources, will have enough resources by the time he gets up here to take this, yeah, this top left-hand corner. So he's going to take the third here. Bam, defend it with some sunken, some evolution chambers that expand here to the fourth, and so far so good out of Hero. He's just doing what he wants to do here, recognizing exactly what Shuttle is up to and responding appropriately. Hey, quick PSA, by the way. Oh, this is a Patreon cast posted on patreon.com/FalconPaladin a month before it shows up on the YouTube channel. Thanks to everybody who's watching this the week of June the 5th for being a patron. I appreciate it. For at least $1 a month, really not a lot, and but I just appreciate the support, regardless, from everybody who is on that list. But yeah, the point is here. Oh, what was my point going to be, Falcon? What was I going to say? Oh, PSA. I post stuff every day on the channel, so if you're ever like, man, Falcon didn't post anything today. No, I did. Just YouTube decided not to show it to you on the recommended page. So if you're ever like, man, I could use some Brood War, chances are there's a new one. Because I do post Brood War every, man, sometimes Sundays as well, but definitely every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you just go to youtube.com/FalconPaladin directly, you will be able to view those videos and access them. I've had people that are like, hey, I haven't seen one of your videos in a couple of weeks, Falcon, and it's like, yeah, YouTube does that. Sometimes YouTube's like, you don't want to watch this guy anymore. Maybe you missed a day, right? It's like, you didn't click on his video for a day. Perhaps you're not interested regardless. Let me show you some other stuff. And then bad things ensue. All right, what's happening in this game, though? That's what you guys are here for. Lair coming in right now. And no second gas, which indicates to me we're just going to see some Scourge in response to the Stargate opening that the Protoss player is going for. Really nothing crazy here whatsoever. Just opening with the Stargate on the 2 bases. Third base is done getting saturated here for Hero. And Hero may be my favorite Zerg player in Brood War. He's just fantastic. He's really scary in all the right ways as Zerg. His queen use against tanks is disgustingly good. His ability to deal with things like Storm and deal with things like Reavers that other lesser Zerg players struggle with is an absolute inspiration. He's aggressive. His defense is great. And I like him a lot. And I'm talking him up quite a bit here, but he is going against Shuttle, who's a terrifying Protoss player in his own right. Citadel of Adun coming in. Are we going to go for a DT Corsair play? A DT Corsair opening, you'd say. Macro hatch here from Hero. I mean, he is just happily macroing his face off right now. He's got a handful of lings, just in case some zealots decide to make some trouble by heading out onto the map. He knows when they're coming and where they're heading. This is just prime, beautiful opening play here from Hero at the moment. So there's, oh, macro hatch at the third, too. Man, he loves the macro hatches. I've been inspired. I've been making macro hatches more often in my own games, and it's definitely helped things. Helps your macro just feel better, right? When you can be like, ah, yes, I have so much more larva than I thought I did. It's a good feeling. So Corsair cruising on in. You don't keep your overlords at home for this very purpose if you're a Zerg player and a ZVP. So the Corsair is here for the scout, which there's nothing that can be done about it by Hero, but he doesn't really care. Hey, look, I have a Spire. Congratulations. Fourth base coming up at the top left right now for the Zerg player. And I gotta say, some damage needs to get done by Shuttle here, like, soon. He's working on +1 air, which indicates he's really committing to Corsairs here, which I can support. But he recognized the second gas was late, and this is not really a muta play. That said, Hydraulic Den is done. We could be going for the Lurker play, which is excellent against Protoss, at least until Dragoons come out. And if you have Dark Swarm, then they're back and they're good again. So Scourge are trying to see, can we just pick any of the Corsairs that come out of here? That's why there's a cannon protecting that starport. Stargate. Lost a couple Shuttle Scourge there, a little bit careless. These Scourge are following the Zealots across the map. The Zealots are looking back. Why are these Scourge following us, man? I don't know. It's like they're trying to report our location to the Zerg hive mind or something. I don't know why the Zealots sound like Terrans in my imagination, but it is 12:30 in the morning when I'm trying to cast this, so my brain is doing its own thing, and sometimes that's what happens in my casts. Zealots, very zippy as speed is done. Going to come up to the third base, see what they can do. But, man, two Sunkens that are well protected and a couple drones here to kind of block it off here, too. Is he going to jump on this? He's going to jump in here and try to pick off some of these drones. Try to avoid getting sunken half to death. Maybe even potentially jump into the fourth, but no, just denying the mining here at the third. That's good. I'm telling you, Shuttle, he's sneaky. He's a sneaky player, and I like this a lot about him. So the Zealots are like, hey, we're just preventing you from mining. And the drones are like, we don't want you up in this fourth base. There are no Sunkens to kill you up there. The Zealots are backed into a corner, so the Lings can't even get a surround on them. And the Hydra shows up and goes, all right, we're going to shoot you, get you out of that corner, and then the Lings are going to get a surround. That's the play here. No surround possible. The Zealot just lining up here is great. They know they're dead, so they can kill as many drones as they can, which is like 3. It wasn't terrible. Couple kills on that Zealot. He can die with honor, I think. If you get 2 kills against Hero as a Zealot, you can pretty much go to bed with your head held high. So where's the third base for Protoss on this map? Do you want to take this low ground against Zerg? I don't think it really matters all that much, really. Zerg does not have much high ground to low ground harassment potential, with the exception of maybe Hydras, I guess. Which are pretty good, but not necessarily siege units. It's really heavily Corsair at the moment, with Storm being researched as you want to have. And a Lurker aspect finishing up now from Hero. So the Hydras are here to protect the multiple Overlords that are here. Not doing a super great job of it. And it is a bit of a DT Zealot Archon attack coming on in. He gets the detection, but a Spore finishes just in the nick of time. Disgustingly good play. You're supply blocked, Hero, but at least your Spore's up, so the DT doesn't just kill everything here at your natural base. That'd be embarrassing. Look at the Hydras stacking up underneath these Overlords. This is a lot. This is a lot of Corsairs with +1 attack. They are going to mess you up if you're a flying unit. I don't care what you are. They will mess you up with that +1 attack and that splash damage that they do. Trying to take a third. Yeah, third base over on the right side here at the 3 o'clock makes sense for Shuttle. Looks like the range upgrade is coming in now for Hero a little bit late, but he wanted to make sure he had enough Hydras to protect his overlords at the moment. So he's a little bit stuck right now. His overlords don't have much vision. The Lings have to fulfill the role of vision for the Zerg player right now, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. They see the third base timing. They recognize there's no base to the south here, which is pretty fantastic stuff. Another overlord dies, but Hero has enough overlords to not be supply blocked for a little bit of time now at least. You don't just want to panic and make like 15 overlords, because you'll overmake them, and you could be better served making drones out of those if you're a lower level player especially. Or, you know, other attacking units. If you're oversupplied, it really doesn't help anybody, as it turns out. So it's 125 to 101 total supply. Shuttle is up, but that should swing here in just a minute. According to the normal flow of ZVP right now, 4 bases running happily for some time now for Hero are going to start manifesting themselves sooner rather than later. Corsair count, none of them have died today, I don't think. Unless one is missing, because I'm pretty sure there was a 7th there last time I checked. Maybe a Scourge hit that I missed somewhere around there. Big old probe transfer to the third base. Goes off without a hitch here, and I think all the pieces are coming together for Shuttle. He's on 3 bases. He's sitting here at 57 probes. It looks like he is done making probes for the moment. He's moving into Dragoon play to deal with these lurkers, as you want to do. The Zealots can handle the Hydras just fine. The Dragoons, not as well. And as a result, that's why there are these Zealots here. Did he Lurker drop the natural? He Lurker dropped the natural. Got 3 total kills on those Lurkers. And will be handled by the Dragoons and the Zealots because there's no Dark Swarm here. Zealots chasing these Hydras all the way home. The Zealots are fast. They will close the distance to your Hydras immediately. But unless there are a lot of Hydras, in which case the Zealots are in a lot of trouble. And they have to turn tail and run. Queen's Nest just now finishing up. Like, just now finishing up here for our Zerg friend right now. Our Protoss buddy must be pretty happy about that, if it means a hive is that far away. Hero might be in a bit of trouble. I mean, he's got a lot of Hydras out, but Storm is done. There's a ton of Zealots on the ground with +2 attack. The Hydras have no attack upgrades whatsoever. They just are now starting on their ground carapace. I don't know. Hero seems a little bit behind. That's all I'm saying. But he is kind of starting to work on that supply. He's still down about 45, though. But man, remember what I said about Hydras and that high ground? It's not bad. I mean, it's not the end of the world here. Do not. Why are you unloading a Lurker in range of a cannon? All right. Well, get as many kills as you can, I suppose. Is he going to take down this third base? Sure seems like he's going to take down this third base. The Storm comes in and pretty much saves the day. Oh, the cannon stays alive. Almost down there. 7 HP. Oh, Hydra's just turn and finish it off. But the attack is largely being taken care of thanks to a combination of some good upgrades on the Dragoons, but largely thanks to the Storm here. 6 kills on that High Templar. That is 6 fewer Hydras you have to worry about, but they get their revenge in the end, avenging their dead brethren during that battle. 95 to 128 supply. Closing the gap here a bit is Hero. He's working on +1 melee, which to me says he wants to go Ultralisks. If you're making melee at the 13-minute mark of a match, and you haven't made really all that many Zerglings yet, you want to get into Ultralisks sooner rather than later. And if your opponent doesn't have Reavers, as it seems like Shuttle does not, obviously he has the Robo because he has Observers, but Ultralisks could be pretty good. So there's your Hive, still working on it. Defiler Mound has not even started yet. And, I mean, 4 base in it here for Hero for quite some time. I'd like to see him take a 5th sooner rather than later. I'm not sure where it would be safe to do so, though. Unless maybe you just kind of sneak your way up here to the top right and handle it there. That's maybe what he's scouting out for. I would really, really not be interested in taking these low ground expansions if I was Hero, and it seems like he's not. It's very much like Circuit Breakers in that way, where Zergs will avoid taking the 6 o'clock, or rather the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock expansions, unless they absolutely have to. But Adrenal Glands coming in, Defiler Mound on the way, and actually getting additional missile attack upgrades here too. So I don't know, it could be like a Hydra Ultralisk style play if you're into that sort of thing. Corsair's trying to make sure that drops don't murder him, recognizing that drops have already caused problems for him a couple times today. And that Lurker does get picked up. Again, cannon in position, pretty good. That cannon killed 2 Lurkers by itself without dying, which is pretty great. And then Hydralisks finish it off, which was not entirely fair. So it looks like he wants to defend. He really wants to expand to the top right. We'll see if he's going to be allowed to do it or not. Center base, or center being held here by the Protoss with that +2 attack is +3 on the way. It is. +3 is on the way. Really, really important for Protoss to go for that +3. Killing Zergies with it is great. Support Bay is coming in. Does he smell the potential of Ultralisks, or is he just going Reavers because it's really good against Hydra Ling? Because it is really good. With the exception of if the Hydras can get direct target firing on the Reavers, especially from different angles, they're going to have a good time. Big old sneak attack, though. I really don't think that Shuttle saw this coming, but Storm on the ramp is insanely good as a defensive technique, and everyone kind of has to jump out. Going to kill, you know, take some Zealots out here and there as you want to. And pushing on the third base now is Shuttle. Lings jumping on top of everything right now, but the Zealot count is just too high. It is just too high. Flanking from the backside, though. Hero has enough units to get a full surround here on the Protoss army. Does he want to break through and push in to the third base, or does he want to handle the flank first? It looks like he wants to handle the flank. Zealot's just getting focused down, or rather focusing down the lurkers there exceptionally well. 168 to 151 supply here. Hero is just pumping lurkers and lings and hydras left and right. He is holding on to the third base, which is really important for him. He loses that, he's toast. He is toast with the most here. Just really trying to get lurkers in positions where they can get damage done. But look at the defense here from Shuttle. All angles. Storms are great. Target firing with the Dragoons is really good here too. That Storm is sick. Kills several lurkers and Hydralisks there. Both players taking severe losses, but definitely not enough for Shuttle to make it happen. Defender's advantage kicking in here for the Zerg player. And he's now down, you know, about 15, 150 to 133. Just kind of trying to get there. Shuttle speed upgrade is on the way. Reaver Scarab attack upgrade is on the way here, giving them additional 25 damage per shot here. And it looks like Hero is going to take his fifth base at the 9 o'clock. Again, low ground. Not where you want to be. Nice snipe on that Observer, though. Pretty good stuff. Lurkers without Observers around are happy, happy boys. Corsairs trying to pick off these Overlords. There aren't many Hydras to protect them. Ooh, nicely done. Overlord's down. Storm on the right side. Again, the Storm, Shuttle's ability to defend everywhere at once is almost as impressive as Hero's ability to attack everywhere at once. If not more impressive. I might even say it is. Your ability to defend on multiple fronts at the same time is hard. Your ability to kind of get surrounds and attack from different directions is also impressive, but I gotta say the defense capabilities of Shuttle here are insanely good. Fourth base coming up at the 6 o'clock. Again, Protoss less concerned about defending the low ground expansions, and it definitely shows here with his expansion patterns right now. 167 to 142 total supply. Corsairs killing Overlords, taking hits, man, but there are still 6 of them out. The Hydras have +1/+1, which is nice. But they're not exactly burning Corsairs out of the sky with that particular upgrade setup. $12 o'clock base trying to be taken here by Hero. Support that. The Corsairs do find it. And it looks like Shuttle's pulling back just a little bit. Maybe waiting for the Reavers to get here. Maybe waiting for the Shuttles to get here so the Reavers are good. Because Shuttles without speed are bad. This DT is just holding position. He's in like a stare down with this drone. Just kidding, the drone is dead. He's going to hack away. Oh, distraction at that base while the fourth base gets dropped. By DTs, the Overlords are coming in to try to help. But the Overlords are getting sniped, scourged, getting decent hits off on those Corsairs as well. DT's doing some work, but not as much as they wanted to. That was pretty well defended for the Zerg player, about as well as you could probably expect it to. The Lings do have adrenal glands, which helps immensely. And this DT is going to hide in the corner and hope it doesn't get spotted. So can come back in for some additional damage. The 12 o'clock base is under attack at the same time. Shuttle, again, master of multi-pronged attack, just as good at it as Hero is. Hero wants to engage in the middle of the map, and Shuttle wants to engage at the bases, which he's going to finish off this hatch. That is just too many +3 Zealots. No saving that. And is he going to get the 9 o'clock too? He's going to get the 9 o'clock too. Oh, this is massive. DT sneaking around, killing drones here inside the 4th base. And Zerglings do finish him off there. 56 drones, but 2 bases down for the Zerg player. He's on the 4 bases he's been on for the last 10 minutes. This cannot hold for him. Hero is in a lot of trouble. I mean, there's nothing left at this 9 o'clock base at all. The 12 o'clock base is also completely gone. He was thinking about doing some drops, and I think he accidentally ran into some of Shuttle's units in the middle of the map, which is incredibly bad news for him. But yeah, the Archon count getting kind of insane, and if to do this, deal with this, what you want is a lot of Hydralisks. And production tab says a bunch of Zerglings. So a lot of Zerglings on the way here. And maybe the upgrades were just for Lings. Maybe he wasn't intending to go for Ultralisks at all, because I don't see Ultralisk Cavern on that production tab and haven't ever since that hive finished. So trying to jump into this base. This is kind of a traditional Zerg attack on a Protoss stronghold. Is going to be cannons and storm. And cannons and storm. And you might be out of storm. These guys are going to die so that the attacking units coming down here, that Hydralisk is blocking the ramp. Get out of the way. That is a pathing problem that everyone's experienced from some time to another. Is Hydralisks or Dragoons or Goliaths getting stuck on a ramp, preventing other people from getting down here? He wanted the units down here to finish off this Nexus, but he's not able to do it. He's just not able to do it at all. And as a result, the Nexus is saved. That cannon is actually alive somehow. Lings and Lurker trying to attack directly into the natural base of Shuttle. It's a bit of a desperation attack, if you ask me. Trying to get in here and get something done at the point, but that is so many Archons against those Lings. No. No, that's not happening. The Archons have the upgrades. They have the +3. They are going blah, blah. And with every blah, 8 Zerglings die. I know, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. There aren't even any Zerglings in the scene, but blah, Zerglings dead. So, Hero was not able to retake his bases. He put a lot of his resources in trying to kill this one. Wasn't able to do it. Tried to go for a drop in the main base. No, wasn't able to do that one either. This is insane. This is such great play out of Shuttle. Hero struggling mightily. He's going for a greater spire. He's going for a greater spire, you guys. I don't know, man. We've seen Guardians used in wins before. They've never exactly been win conditions, but we've seen them used in wins. It's possible. I mean, the Greater Spire is not a curse. Not like Queens were for some time on the channel. Not anymore, though. I gotta say, we've had several games where Queens have shown up for the Zerg player and they've won as a result of said Queens. So 9 o'clock base being retaken here by Hero. 12 o'clock, no. That drone was completely alone. 176 to 137 supply. Slow and methodical is Shuttle today. Just marching in with all of his Archons. Are there enough Hydras to handle this? That would be my question. Are there enough Hydras to handle this? And I think the answer is no. Ling's trying to jump on top of these Archons. Nope. Storm shuts that down quite nicely. And this might just be the end of it for Hero. Shuttle, what a great player. Finally a Defiler comes out. And part of this, too, is not much Defiler play. I don't think he's gotten Plague. I assume he researched Consume only because that's immediately the thing that tries to... That was not... Oh, that was a better Storm. Wow. Secondary Storm. Pretty good there, too. I'm just going to say, every Zerg player that finishes a Defiler round immediately researches Consume, like, instantly. This is just too much. 186 to 107 supply. Look at the supply. Look at where it is leading you. There are too many bases, too many upgrades. 3-1 on these ground units. 3-1-1, I apologize, on these ground units. 9 Guardians in production. What? Where? He's good. All right, man. He's going to try to kill the 6 o'clock, but I don't think he has enough to defend what he has elsewhere. The 9 o'clock is going to die again. The Guardians keep drifting in range of cannons like the idiots that they are, because they like getting hit by static defense that they outrange. I can't really think of another reason for it. Are the Corsairs dead? There's a scout in production. Oh my gosh, there's a scout in production. Ready for the storms? Are you ready for the storms? You ready to weather the storms? The storm dodging by the Guardians, not enough, and that's your good game. Shuttle is your winner in 24 minutes and 47 seconds. Yeah, Guardians, man, they're just too slow, and they're too squishy, and they hit pretty hard, but yeah, you always have High Templar available by the time Guardians come out, then you just burn them down and you win. Dude, we almost got a scout. We almost got a scout in a professional 1v1 game, which I don't think we've ever done before. That would have been a life-changing experience. Whew, amazing. All right, well, pretty good game there. Pretty good Patreon cast, I would say. I don't know. I just kind of feel like Hero was kind of behind this entire game. I don't think he ever had a supply lead on the Protoss player, but man, Shuttle is an incredible, incredible player, you guys. Good with Storm, good with Archons, good with Reavers, good with upgrades. Archons are so intimidating, especially in the remastered skin. And he knows how to handle Guardians. I can tell you that much, but yeah. Basically killing the 12 o'clock and the 9 o'clock at the same time, and then holding off the attack here at the right side 3 o'clock position. That pretty much cemented the victory. Because Hero didn't rebuild. He was just hoping to kill this and then be on even footing, because it would be 1 mining base to 2 mining bases. And that is a good place for Zerg, but no, 2 to 2. 2 mining bases to 2 mining bases, that is not. A little bit of a Hail Mary here with the Guardians. And how many storms do these guys have left? Is that... Oh my gosh, there's so many High Templar. That one has... He has 1. He almost has 1. He's got 1. He's got like 3. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. I thought there were only like 3 High Templar here, but there's a bunch. There's one over here too, hiding behind this probe. Very sneakily. Yeah, Storm alone. Storm alone will get it done. Well played. All right, so end of the day, we got 211,000 points there for Shuttle, 187,000 points for the Zerg player. Hero produced 744 Zerg units and lost almost 600 of them, which is insane. Look at this production. I mean, that is classic Protoss right there, right? He produces 200 to the 700 units of his enemy and wins the game because he killed 600 of them. That is exactly what Protoss is all about, man. Ends up raising some buildings, losing some in the process. And then resources are just too even across the board here. Gas mine is about even. Yeah, more minerals mined here from the Zerg player and more spent by about 8,000, but just too many big losses. Too many great storms on those Lings. I never saw a situation where Lings were really effectively doing a lot to help the Zerg player win an engagement. I would have kind of liked to see him go into Ultras there, but I guess the Reavers are already coming out. Yeah, rough stuff. And it comes down to the attack on the 3 o'clock too. If he'd been able to get the Hydras down the ramp instead of blocking it off, so more units directly attacking that Nexus, I think he could have killed it. But he wasn't able to pull it off, and as a result, I mean, really, I think it came down to that. Shuttle got your win. So nice job, Shuttle. Slow and methodical and steady, and all the spellcasters, and making a scout will win you the game. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.